The presentation portion is important. But the most important portion is asking the question. Now, this segment here that we're going to be sharing with you is the actual steps that I suggest, and not just I, this is a lot of us that came together, concluded to the same conclusion. But understanding that when you present an opportunity to someone, because they say no, and Mike talked about it, it doesn't mean that it's no forever. As a matter of fact, every single person on earth eventually could actually be converted. If you follow through and if they hear something that resonates well for them. So never take anything personally, because it's not about you, it's about them. Once you get this, you will make a fortune in this industry. See, most of us knew it's all about us. How much money can I make? How much bonus am I going to make? What's going to make my paycheck going to look like? And unfortunately, people feel and smell that if this is your agenda. You know, it's called the human energy. Folks, I'm not trying to sell you on things that you may or may not believe in. I'm talking on my own experience. The way you feel about something is exactly what you will get in results. If something irritates you beyond belief, I guarantee you that the problems are going to be exactly that. You get what you attract. So when you prepare to present, make sure that the mindset is right. That's why these books are so important. And I'm so proud, in fact honored, to see that we have them in both languages. And these are wonderful books. I do recommend that you do not nickel and dime these things. This is your future. There's a lot of knowledge in these books. Now, we're going to talk about its overview, observe and learn, sales tools, when to use what. Okay, very important. Feel the temperature when you speak to someone. The presentation, the three-way calls, filling the tunnel, and follow up and follow through. You're going to find that sometimes we overlap, because in segments of these presentations, from the invitation to organization, well, a lot of those things, that's where it starts, and then it follows through. And one of the number one issue that I found in this industry in helping people is they will do the initial step. Everybody will. But very few will do another step. They actually take a step back. Okay? And they don't follow through. And that's where 90% of your business comes from. Imagine that. And 90% of people do not follow through. Do you understand why? Some people have a hard time. It is not because the industry doesn't work. It is because the mindset is the reason why we're having challenges. And our goal today is to help you understanding these things so you can make better decisions when you build your business on a daily basis. So talking about review of observe and learn, it's very important that you get familiar with your tools. Mike talked about the Max.com. Now, I don't know if many of you are aware of this, but Max just came to a complete facelift on the Max.com website. And I'm extremely proud that the French and the Spanish was actually rolled out at the same time. This is real. Max is getting it. Do you understand? So get familiar with that. Attend the meetings. Oh, I don't feel like it today. It's sunny outside. And first of all, give yourself a hand for being here today, because it is gorgeous outside. All right? And I know what it is, la joie de vivre. When it's nice, you want to go out. So I appreciate that you're here. But these are the kind of schooling that's going to help you and add little blocks of what I call human deposits. And eventually you'll be able to do withdrawals. That's when people sign up with you, because you made enough deposit to do withdrawals for people to understand the message that you're delivering. Okay, listen to the conference calls. You see, we have conference calls all week. Now in French, did you know we have one also on Monday at 7 o'clock in French from 7 to 7:30? We have webinars in French also. We have trainings on the compensation plan on webinars. You go to activeteam.com and everything is there. Just click and point and you'll find it. But be patient until you are ready to present. Until then, I suggest that you attend the presentations. Do not miss these. It will really serve you well. Now, sales tools. Mike talked about it. I want to talk about the Go See Max. I completely forgot. We also have the French Voir, V-O-I-R, max.com. Okay? Now, Go See Max and voirmax.com. These are webinars that we have recorded that you can actually listen to, like the presentation you saw this morning, where you can go on and listen to this presentation, and it's 30 minutes. So someone can look at this before you actually drive 20 minutes or an hour or 2 hours before meeting them to actually follow through in the presentation. Okay? And again, these are all the tools. Three-way calling, folks. Every single millionaire in network marketing will tell you that three-way calling is the ultimate tool to build your business. Mike is the #1 recruiter in the world. He swears by this. Tammy and I were the top incomer in Canada and the top, I don't know what the number is, either 5 or 3, I don't care, in the world. Why? Because that's the tools that we use. We utilize these tools to help us, to give us some credibility. Because it's a fact that if I'm talking to someone that knows me, it's just Chris. He's short, you know. I'm just kidding here, guys. I'm very comfortable being as short as I am. In fact, it's part of my charm. Would you believe it? So, folks, what it is that it's very important to understand your sales tools, but utilize them, but let the tools do the speaking for you. And the problem is we get in front of our own way. We talk too much. In English, we call verbal diarrhea. Excuse me to be graphic, but I want you to understand. Okay? I know, it sounds gross, huh? But you see, but that's what happens when people, they don't want to hear the information and you're providing, because you're excited, but are you feeling the temperature of the person? Okay? So this is what we want to help you with. Now, when to use what? You know, there's some people that are more comfortable reading things on paper. They just don't want to go on a computer. There's some people who love receiving facts still, right? So I know I'm having a problem with that, with the facts, because I don't have a line for the facts anymore. But you see, the fact is you have to adjust. You've got to adjust to the person that is listening to what it is that you want to present. Okay? For example, if you're going to do a virtual presentation, I would recommend to Go See Max or voirmax.com. Okay? And start with that. You call someone, it's 30 minutes, I'm going to call you back in an hour, 2 hours. Some cases, maybe tomorrow if they don't have time right away. I like to pre-qualify them because my time with my family is extremely important. If I'm going to spend time with someone, I want to make sure that they deserve the time. And for me, if I give them a direction to look at, and when I call back and they agreed and they want to hear more, they deserve our time. Do you understand? You've got to value your time, and people will respect you for it. Okay? Now, one-on-one presentation, folks, we have a wonderful flip chart in English and in French. That's wonderful. So you can actually, in fact, with Tammy and I, we did a flip chart presentation just a couple days ago. I'm a high-tech guy. I love my iPad and everything. But you know what? I just felt that for her, the flip chart, she will relate. Just a restaurant out of Montreal, a Philippine lady, great business lady. Is she here this morning, Tammy? I didn't see her. But the point is that she's ready to go. And we did the flip chart. It was very simple. Large group presentation. Well, folks, we got the equipment. I mean, Tammy and I have invested in it. I agree that we got to work on the sound. I heard that the sound is not loud enough. It's the very first time we're using the equipment. But we invested in these equipment because we want to help you. You know, usually you go to an event and you have to pay for these things. Well, you don't have to pay for them with part of our team. We want to give you what you need to build your business. Now, so we have the information here for all markets. And I'm telling you, once we get the Spanish group from the Colombians, there's a lot of Colombians that lives in Quebec, or I should say within the province of Quebec, then we'll have Spanish also involved. So this is exciting, folks. Multicultural, we're agreeing on the one thing, that this product is making a difference in people's lives. Small group meetings, folks. Use the DVD. I love the DVD. You know, in a home meeting, I don't do the presentation with the numbers and all. I put the DVD and the testimonials of folks sell the rest of the people, and most people leave with products or sign up because they like, trust, or know the person who just shared a testimonial. Do you understand? These are the elements that will help you become a great presenter. The importance of three-way calling, folks, I'm telling you, you're going to hear about this again and again. It is the foundation of your business. If you're not utilizing this, you're missing the boat. Okay? I don't like to say this because it sounds like we're self-promoting here, folks, but in Montreal, you got the top income earners to be able to help you. We were broke. We've made some financial decisions, folks. We were in debt. Like, we weren't not having money. We were beyond that. Okay? So we didn't start from zero. I would have loved to start from zero. We started from Manas's, folks, $80,000 of credit on credit cards, $2,600 of interest alone for like 2 years. I mean, think about waking up every morning knowing that you have to handle these kind of things. And that's just a credit card debt. In the space of 2 years, we got rid of all this stuff, as I shared this morning. You see? But we can help because we are real. We did it for real. It is not a story to sound pretty. We are living proof that it's working. Okay? Now, what's talking about the funnel here is, you know, there's going to be cold calling. You're going to be meeting people. You're going to be talking to folks. You're going to talk to friends and families. And again, I recommend that you share the tools. That's the first layer. Share the tools. Don't go too far. Don't share too much. Just a little bit. It's like when you watch a movie. I don't want to watch the entire movie to know if I like it, if I want to go see it, right? I want to see the movie trailer. Would you agree with me? Okay, it's kind of the same philosophy. So a little movie trailer. You know, I have a little webinar that lasts about 9 minutes that I send people to. It doesn't talk necessarily about all the details of anything. It just piqued interest. And then at this point, I go through the presentation. After they've seen the presentation, the interest is increasing, then I get someone on the third way call. I get my upline, Greg Norman Alliance, or I'll get Mike, or maybe it's one of you. Sometimes I work with some of you because you live in a certain area, and I'll put it in your team because you're there. You can support them, right? And you benefit from the fact that I brought someone in you. So that's how I work. And I suggest that you do the same as you build your business. And then you're going to have people that are going to join on the spot. You're going to have people that, you know, I want to attend a meeting. You know what? I'd like to be on the product for at least 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 weeks, so I can see if the product makes a difference for me and so on. And some people are going to become customers. God, folks, I love my customers. In fact, 44% of the business of Max International are customers. Imagine that. How many network marketing companies do you know of that the number of actual customers not interested in the opportunity is so high? It's usually 3 to 5%, folks, not 40%. This is unbelievable. So it's very, very exciting. And always, folks, always follow up and follow through. It's extremely, extremely important. Okay? Now, it is my distinct pleasure to re-invite my wife here. I want you guys to know that Tammy is very, very dedicated. She has spent numerous, I would say even months, years, a full year, in putting programs together called the 90-day program that she does every Monday nights for a series of 3 months. There's folks that honestly started this business that didn't know anything that are today doing absolutely phenomenal with this because of her trainings. Okay? So she's dedicated to want to help you and help your team. And folks, we help anybody. It doesn't matter if you're part of our team or not. All you have to do is listen and show up. Or show up and listen. That make more sense? So folks, listen. At this point, help me welcome my wife, partner, and friend, Tammy.